Welcome back everyone, this is MandoAllDay, back with another video, and in this video, I'll be doing an overview of Batman of ZUR-EN-ARRH, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's the unmatched gold label McFarlane online store exclusive. This is from the Batman R.I.P storyline. I'll be talking about the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So, let's take a look at the front of the box. This side. The back, which you can tell is an old school McFarlane because of the picture, which is the character. The other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure outside the box. As always, they do come with the card. This is the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. It does come with accessories, so you got here a knife. Clean looking knife, not much to it. You got a nice little silver on there and the handle on there too. And it comes with this spiked bat, which I think looks cool. It looks clean looking, very simple design, just a regular bat with some markings on there too. You guys can see that. And of course, a regular stand. Now let's take a look at this figure. And I gotta say, I like the head sculpture. I think the head sculpture looks good. It does look kind of weird. I mean, you guys can see that right there, the beard. It's not bad. It just looks a little off, but it is what it is, though. You got that grin on his face on there, too. The eyebrows, the teeth, the lips. The hair sculpture looks good. It looks clean. So in terms of the head sculpture, I dig it. Again, it's a clean-looking head sculpture. The paint, same thing, clean-looking paint on this head. Head articulation is good. Left and right. Up, down, it's good. It's just a little stiff on mine. But unfortunately, it does have the side eyes. You can see that right there. It's unfortunate. I prefer the straight eyes, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, for this particular figure, the hair is just coming off. But it's not a big deal. I can put some glue on there too. And yeah, so overall, I like the head sculpture. The head sculpture, like I said, looks good, clean. The paint's good. Hairstyle, I dig it. Very clean. I really dig it. Shoulder articulation, good. Very loose figure. Bicep, wow, good. Elbows, good. Wrists, very old school McFarlane. You can see that joint. For those of you who've been collecting McFarlanes, you know what I'm talking about, but there you go. Old school McFarlane. Torso is not a whole lot. It's a little stiff, but not a whole lot. So in terms of the articulation and the upper body, I say it's good. Just the torso is a bit limited, but I like this sculpture in terms of everything about it. It just looks weird, especially the color palette. But the sculpture design, I really dig it. So, first of all, the Batman logo looks weird. But like I said, I dig it. It does have a textured look to it on here too. That yellow, you guys can see that. Also, the stitching on there looks really cool. And of course, here on the shoulders, it looks all dripped up. Again, it looks really, really odd. I'm so used to like a regular Batman having nice clean lines and everything. So seeing a figure like this, it's a little off. But again, it's not bad or anything. But I gotta say though, it's a good, clean-looking figure. You can see the gauntlets on here too. You got the sculpture design and little scuff marks on there too, which I like. And again, you got the Batman logo with more stitching. You got the abdomen. You got more stitching here on the side. And take a look at the cape. I think the cape looks really, really good. I like this style on here as well too. I like how it kind of has that V-shaped type of look, if you guys can see that. And of course, it opens really, really wide on here at the very bottom. I think it looks good. I gotta say, that's a good, clean-looking Batman figure, man. It is weird in terms of the colors, but, I mean, that's how this character is. But I dig it, though. I really, really like it. Now, unfortunately, my figure did come, I don't want to say damaged, but you can see that right there. So it's not a big of a deal. I just have to kind of press it in, but something that I noticed right away, and it kind of sticks out the joint on here. It's not a big deal, but it's something that I noticed, though. But overall, what do I think about the upper body? I dig it, man. And just like I said, it's a really weird looking Batman, but you know what I mean? Like I can't go wrong with it. It looks, like I said, it's a weird looking Batman. The color, I think the color palette is kind of throwing me off. But overall though, I dig it though. Take a look at the belt. The belt looks good. It has a lot of texture look to it. It does have a weird look. Like, I don't know how you want to call it. It's like a matte, but like chalk kind of look. I don't know how you want to explain it, but what I like about it is though, the sides are different in terms of the sculpture design. So on this side over here, you got this little pockets on here too. And over here, you got different type of pockets. Very subtle, but I like it because it gives it that unique look to it on the utility belt. Take a look at the leg articulation. It's good. Knees, it's a little stiff, but good. Ankles, very loose. Toes, good. So in terms of the leg detail, very similar to the upper body, but you see it a lot more present in the legs in terms of the stitching. There's definitely a lot of stitching here in the lower body, which I actually like because it gives it more style. Because usually for Batman figures, especially Superman, the upper body has a lot of the texture and look to it, but the lower body is very clean looking, plain looking. But this, I like how there's more stitching because it gives it more style to it, if that makes any sense. But you get a lot of stitching on here too. You got the boots on there, very clean looking boots. I like how the shoelaces look good. Again, good lower body, man. Very subtle in the stitching, but it looks good and it gives it an extra style and texture to it. And I really dig it, man. I really dig it. Overall, though, would I recommend it? Honestly, I think this is a good buy, man. I like the figure, but I can see people skipping out on it because, let's be real. One, the sculpture design. Sorry, I'm putting it in a stand. The sculpture design, it is a little weird and off for Batman. But two, the main thing is going to be the color choices. But hey, this is from the comic book. I do Batman R.I.P. So this is how he looks like. But the main question is this worth your purchase? Personally, for me, for what I paid for, well, before I say that, would I recommend it? I would say for $20 retail, it's not a bad looking figure. Yes, it does have the side eyes, which I'm not a fan of, and I'm sure a lot of people aren't. But everything else, I can't hate on it. It comes with accessories and a good, clean-looking Batman. Granted, it does have a little weird color palette, but that makes it the good thing about it. It makes it unique and different. So to me, for $20, I would say this is a thumbs up. Like I said, a little weird. If you read the comics, which I haven't, then you might definitely probably want to purchase it. But again, for $20, I think it's a cool figure. Maybe wait for a sale, for if this was back in the day when it came out. But overall, though, for $20, can't go wrong with it. Now, did I pay $20? Sort of. So, as I said with the Damian Unmasked, I'll say it on here. I got this for a bundle for $20, brand new from McFarlane store. And I have a picture or a link to it. But it's $20. You get Unmasked Damian and, of course, this one right here. And I made an overview of this one not long ago. So, for the price that I paid for, essentially is $10 for this figure. I mean, come on. It's not bad looking. Yes, it's weird. Yes, the color palette is weird, but for the price that I paid for, essentially $10, you can't really hate on it. But that's just my opinion, though. So, like I said, even for retail, I think it's a thumbs up. Maybe wait for a sale. But for the price that I paid for it, like I said, $10, easily a thumbs up for that price. Here we have the same exact figure, but just with a different head sculpture. This is the Target exclusive one, and this is going to be the McFarlane Online exclusive one. They're both identical in terms of the texture, sculpture design, paint, everything the same. The only main difference, of course, is going to be the head sculpture. And if you were to ask me which one I prefer, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I prefer this one. I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it again. I'm a sucker for white eyes. This one has that white eyes, and I really, really like the white eyes, and it makes it look really menacing. But in terms of the sculpture itself, they're pretty much identical. But like I said, the main difference is going to be the head sculpture. But other than that, though, I think like I said, they both look good. Weird, yes, especially the color palette. But to me, as I mentioned, I would prefer the masked one. Here we have the Joker from the Three Jokers wave. And I don't remember which one this one is. But Three Jokers and, of course, this Batman one. And I brought this one because of the weird color palette. Very bright colors. I figured, how it would look comparing it, having it next to another figure with a weird bright color palette figure. But there you go, just showing you the difference in terms of the color palettes and how they would blend in together or stand out, depending on how you have it displayed. Here we have Damian Unmasked. This is the Gold Label Online McFarlane Online Store exclusive. And, of course, the Batman ZUR, I don't know how you pronounce it, the Gold Label one as well, too. And as I mentioned, I got these both for $20. So for $20 getting two figures, I mean, you can't really hate on it. And I think they look really good, especially for the price that I pay for. Like I said, $10 each. But just showing you in terms of the height difference between Damian and this particular Batman. And so to me, I would highly recommend getting this bundle for $20. Think about it, $20. Let's say you pay $10 shipping. That's $15 each. I mean, $15 for each figure, can't go wrong with it. Here we have another Batman figure. This is going to be from the Dark Knight trilogy wave that came out not long ago, and I made a video of it too with the Joker, but there you go. Just showing you the difference in terms of the Batman logo and just the detail. And you can definitely tell this is more of like a movie Batman wave because all the texture and armor. And of course, this is just a very comic book accurate, which is spandex with bright colors. But just showing you the difference in terms of the texture and how it would look like. Having it side by side with a non-comic book accurate color palette and textured armor. Here we have the Batman Beyond figure. I don't know if this is the exclusive one or not. There was two versions of this Batman Beyond. There was a Target exclusive where they came with a bath part and like a common one, and I don't remember which one's which. I know the way you can tell by the head sculpture, but I don't remember which one's this one. If it's either the bath one or the regular one, but there you go, just showing you those two, how they look side by side. And really underrated figure. You can tell this is old school because of the joints. You can see the joints on here. But nonetheless, especially on the leg joints. This is old school McFarlane, but nonetheless, so they both look good. But of course, if you were to ask me which one I prefer, come on, I'm going to go for the Batman Beyond. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me this figure? Do you plan to purchase this figure? Or did you already purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. That includes an overview of Batman of ZUR-EN-ARRH, the unmasked gold label McFarlane online store exclusive figure, and on to the next one.